Why are all my thumbnails like the glamour shot pose, you know, with the hand down here? Do I think I'm in the 90s again? You know, like the graduation picture where you're like this? I literally have a chorus picture from my high school like this. How rude. How rude. He just moved my camera. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about all the books I bought in July. It's not as much as my other months, but there still have been purchases made. So as always, I'm going to start with my book of the month order and then we will go from there. So I picked 2 picks for the month of July and then I had a pick from the month of April. First book I picked out for my book of the month is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager or Sager. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He is the same author as Final Girls and I have yet to read Final Girls. That is high on my TBR. And so I picked this one up. I really like the cover and this is a thriller. This follows this girl and something about some of her friends missing from camp and she has to go back and she tries to find out what happened to them. Don't quote me on that. I think that's the premise of the story, but so I got this one. And then my second pick, which was a July pick as well, is Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. This is a feminist Rumpelstiltskin retelling. That's all I know. I get a little bit upset. I don't know if I'm going to continue my book of the month. The prices are incredible for hardbacks, but sometimes, you know, if there's like a special cover or I don't know, special layout of the book, you really don't get to enjoy that or see that. Also with like the actual book colors and stuff, if it's like a special edition, you don't get that. And then I know that this book, the layout of it, it's like a little shorter, stoutier book, which I fell in love with when I saw at Barnes & Noble, but I already had this copy of it. And so that's the only downside to book of the month, that you don't get like the special quirks of the books that the books come with, if they have any. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this one. I had actually started it like, I don't know, last month. And I was only like 12 pages in. It was pretty good. It's fairy tale-like. I have yet to read Uprooted by her as well. You know, there's no need to read that one before this one. They're just part of a series, but not a series. They're like companions or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I'm excited for this one and the cover is stunning. But the UK cover is even, oh my God, it's even better than this one. So yeah, that was the second one. And then the last book that I got, which I am bummed about as well, I don't get it, is The Oracle Year. And I'm thinking about like selling this one to like my used bookstore or something and getting the actual hardcover book of the original, because the book itself, like the cover is printed on the hardback itself, and I just think it's like the coolest book ever. I love when books print their covers on the actual hardcover. I don't know, those are my favorite kind of books to own and to buy. But this one just comes with a dust jacket, and you know, that's another thing that I mean with book of the month. But you can't beat the prices. So if you don't mind about those special quirks that the books come with and not getting them, then I would highly recommend this, because it is $14.99 for your first book, hardcover, brand new release, and any additional book that you want to get, it's $9.99. So the price is well worth it. Like if it doesn't bother you to have the quirks that the books come with, I would highly recommend Book of the Month Club. But if you do care about those little quirks like me, it's like a, I don't know, it's here and there. I don't know what to suggest in that case. The next few books that I got were, let me separate them by shopping trips. So these next books that I'm going to show you, I ordered off of Amazon because I love to shop Amazon, and 2-day Prime delivery is amazing. But so one of the first books that I bought on Amazon in the month of July is Kill River 2. I just filmed my wrap up, which talks about Kill River, the first one. I fell in love with it. There's a second part. Excited. My book came like it got delivered a little bit like janky and stuff, like they were all bent inside and stuff. I think that he prints these himself, and so I know that with Kill River I had the issue of my spine, like the pages ungluing from the spine, so it's all messed up. So that's a little downfall. And then I also bought from the same author, Cameron Rubik, Disco Death Trap, and this is like another, look at this cover. This is another 80s. I'm guessing it has to do with a skating rink. I did plenty of roller skating at my skating rink in the 90s because that was the shit to do. So I'm so excited to read this one. I really liked his writing style in Kill River. I have not read yet what this is about, but this cover, the author, and Kill River, just whatever he comes out with I'll probably buy because it's my, like, I love this genre. But yeah, a novel of slasher horrors. Next one that I bought off of Amazon is Girls Night Out. I already did read this one. I talk about it in my wrap up, but I fell in love with it. We follow these three girls, these three friends. They take a trip to Mexico to sort of like rekindle their friendship. They're going through like, you know, hardships through their friendship, and shit goes wrong. One of them goes missing, and they're trying to figure out what the heck happened on this trip. I will tell you that after reading that, I will not be going on a girls trip to Mexico or anywhere for that matter, because no. And then the next two books that I bought were from Barnes & Noble, because I took a little trip there. I went to go buy my best friend's daughter some The Land of Stories series. I went to buy her a couple of those books, and my intentions were to buy those books, leave, and that's it. No, I had to buy a couple books for myself because why not, you know? So the first book that I bought is Willa of the Wood. This is a middle grade novel. I am reading it. I have that much left. I'm hoping to finish this one today before my 25 and 5, or I might just include it in my 25 and 5 readathon. But here we follow these Fairy folks, and they have like this whole fae community. They live in this tree. Willa is our main character, and they're taught that humans are bad. Humans are just like the worst, because obviously we go into the woods and we hack down trees, and you know, we kill the forest, and she is very in tune with the forest, with the animals. And so something happens where she has to leave her community, and she goes off searching, and she becomes friends with the least of who she imagined she would be friends with. And then the last book I bought at Barnes & Noble, because there's more books, is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I was listening to this on audiobook off of Scribd, and I fell in love. She narrates it herself, and I just fell in love with her personality and her character. I'm not one big on self-help books. Even I am Christian. I don't even like Christian books. I just find all those kinds of books boring. But this one is incredible. It is fantastic. If you're not one for self-help books, you don't like them, I would still recommend this one. It's a really good one. I love the guidelines she gives. She actually gives you steps for being a badass, the real badass that you were born to be. And she has a lot of like scientifics, but it's fun. Like, I love, if you don't like actually reading them, maybe the audiobook will help you, but she is so funny. I found myself cracking up at her stories, but it is a very fantastic book. I have not finished it yet. I have an hour left to listen to it. But I normally listen to this when I'm in the car, and with all these readathons I haven't been able to finish it, but super good. I bought the actual physical book. It's because she has a lot of like areas here where she's like, make a list of this, make a list of that, which I normally don't like to do, but I was like, oh, what the hell, I'll just give it a try. And the Scribd app, I only got it for like the free 30 days, so it's not something that I am subscribed to. But either way, I am planning on buying the Audible audiobook for You Are a Badass. And there are more books. So surprise, surprise, I placed an order on Book Outlet. What? I know. What? That's so unlike me, but it's true. And they're all blue and teal. I promise that wasn't on purpose, but yeah, I made a Book Outlet order, so let's get into it. Let's get into the ones that I want from Book Outlet. Now, I made this order from Book Outlet. I'm gonna justify it because why not? Let's have a little fun. Let's live on the edge. I placed an order at Book Outlet because there was a book that I wanted and needed for the booktubeathon, which I didn't end up reading anyways because I didn't have enough time. So it was all a useless purchase, but not really, if you know what I mean. The book that I'm talking about is The Girl Without a Name. This was the book that I was going to read for something that you wanted to do. This deals with this psychologist or psychiatrist, I'm not completely sure, and they bring her this girl that they have found, and she's in a catatonic state, and so they're trying to figure out what happened to her and blah blah blah. So that's why I bought it. I couldn't read it, and because of this book I got all these other precious books, so I love you. Now, the next book that I bought is Local Girl Missing. The majority of these are thrillers because I am like on a thriller kick, so keep that in mind. This is a mystery thriller. Don't know what it's about. I guess a girl goes missing and she's local. Yeah, so I don't know what it's about, but it seemed pretty interesting. I did read the synopsis, but I don't remember what it said. So the next book I bought is by Nick Cutter, and it is The Deep. I know that he does horror. I don't know if it's horror or thrillers, but I don't know anything about this book either, other than there's something deep in the water. I remember that much, but nothing else. So I'm really excited to read this. I know a lot of people over on Instagram talk about this book all the time and photograph this book all the time, so I'm intrigued. I hear that he's very, very good. Man, I don't even know if this is horror or thriller, but I want to think it's horror because I follow a lot of horror people on Instagram. I love my horror freaks. Where y'all at? So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to reading this one. Again, I forgot to say the author of the books that I've mentioned. Local Girl Missing, the author is Claire Douglas, and she's the author of The Sisters. I have never read that book. And then The Girl Without a Name is Sandra Block, is the author of that book. I'm all over the place. Next book that I bought is by Claire McIntosh, and it is I See You. I don't know why, but I think that I have this as an ebook, so I don't even know why I bought it. But I think I own this one as a as an ebook. This one is almost giving her okay, so this is about this girl that's going off to work one night, and she finds a flyer or a kind of notice or something, and it's a picture of her, and it says that she's missing. So I guess they have to figure out what's going on and who put her picture up and said that she was missing when she is not. So yeah, and I already said the author of that. Next book is All Is Not Forgotten by Wendy Walker. It says, will she choose to remember the one thing she wanted to forget? And again, I have no idea. All I know is that it's a thriller, a mystery thriller, and it is in Connecticut. It begins in the small affluent town of Fairview, Connecticut, where everything seems picture perfect until one night when young Jenny Kramer is attacked at a local party. So, ooh. And I guess she wants to forget that, but she doesn't. Next one, I'm so excited about this one, and it's Hidden Bodies by Carolyn Kepnes. The minute I saw it, I was like in my cart because I have read You already, and my camera's flashing. I read You, I loved it. It's gonna be a series in September, my birth month, so thank you very much for that gift. So I'm dying to read Hidden Bodies, which is a continuation of The Stalker. Of the stalker that you almost end up liking on You. How crazy is that? This one is completely a cover by, and after I placed my order, this is the only book that I thought about that I could not wait to have in my hands. And I don't know anything about it, but I think it's a contemporary, which is really, really weird for me. So yeah, this was a complete cover buy. I have no idea what this is about. UPS just passed without a package for me. How sad. No books being delivered. No. Okay. So this one is You'll Miss Me When I Gone. You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Look at this cover. It is just stunning. There's some feet. I guess this is some water, and there's a reflection of them too with some leaves. Look at that book. I just found the colors so beautiful, and I don't know what it is. It's about, I guess, two friends. Oh, they're 18-year-old twins. And they have very little in common besides their ambitious nature. So I don't know. I guess something about one of them having Huntington's disease, and one test is negative, one test is positive, and so I guess how that affects them. I guess one of them is destined to die before the other one, like sooner, and so I guess it's her coping, maybe. I don't know, don't quote me on that, because I just skimmed this while talking. I don't know how accurate I can be on this. So I was so excited for this one, but wait a second. Wait a second, because I just saw this. I had to know. Look at the color of the book. Look at the color of the book. How beautiful is this? Oh my gosh, this book is just stunning. Look at those colors. It's like a bronze writing. Okay. Next is Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. Never mind that I haven't read Scythe yet, but I bought the second one because everybody says how fantastic Scythe is. So I haven't read Scythe yet, but they had this one at Book Outlet, and I remember them having it and me having it in the cart. And I like to leave stuff in my cart just ready for when I'm gonna buy next. And they had ran out. So as soon as it came back on, I decided to place my order so I can get this one. But I bought Scythe off of Book Outlet as well, and so I heard how amazing it is, and I'm like, if everybody says it's so amazing, then might as well buy the second one before it sells out. So that's what I did, and if I don't like them, I'll just sell them to my used bookstore. This next one I don't know anything about, but it looks very apocalyptic, very dystopian, and the name is just like, yes, in my cart, add to cart right now. And that is Fallout. Look at that. It's so dystopian, and it made me think too, my daughter loves the game Fallout. Like, she is obsessed with that game, and I would be too if I could play it. But I don't know what this is about, but it's about a disaster, a nuclear power plant, a monster storm. What could go wrong? Nothing. Guess where I'll be? Reading. Just kidding. And then next book that I bought, it's also a mystery thriller, and it is The Other Side of Everything by Lauren Doyle Owens. And something about the widows being killed in this town or in this street or in this community, and they're trying to figure out why all the widows are being killed. I guarantee you something, some shit like this happens and I'm a widow, God forbid, I'm out of whatever place this is. Like, bye. No thank you. And so yeah, I don't know much about this one either. I remember reading the synopsis and thinking that it was really cool, and the author for Fallout is Will Mara, yeah. And then the last book that I bought is actually another contemporary. I don't know what's up with me in the contemporaries, but I've heard really good things about this one. It's by Maureen Johnson. Never read anything by her, and it's 13 Little Blue Envelopes. I remember reading the synopsis. I couldn't tell you what it is now, and going to Goodreads and having fairly good reviews, and so I just bought it because why not? And so I don't know, I decided to buy it. I don't know when I'll read this, and it was blue. Y'all know how I feel about blue. So yeah guys, those are all the books that I bought in the month of July. And yeah, I can't wait to read all of them. I wish I could just read them all at the same time. All of them at the same time. But I only like to read one book at a time, so let's squash that dream. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you bought anything for the month of July, and I will talk to you later. Bye.